Hello, it's Joe with the world famous Superior Shine Auto Detailing, and I want to introduce to you the Rupes Mark III. I'm excited because you know how much I love polishers. Now before we get to the Mark III, let me show you my other two models I have. I have the Mark I, as a matter of fact. I purchased this in 2011. I've done hundreds of cars and I've made thousands of dollars using this machine. It says my name there on the side, but it is a Rupes, and that's old number 1, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you can see that. It's painted black. I number all my polishers. I painted this red just to make it look fancy, customize it, and it looks kind of beat, but I have lots and lots and lots and lots of hours behind this machine, and I adore it. It's my very first machine, my very first Rupes machine, and it has never let me down. I maybe have changed the brushes, and I did change the cord at one time. Otherwise, it goes and goes and goes. And you see, I like 5-inch vacuum plates on my Rupes. I use 5-inch most of the time. So that's my number 1. I'm about getting ready to retire her, only because I got a Mark III in. So I might as well just put her away and take her out on special occasions like Christmas and my birthday. All right. Then the Mark II came out. It was an improvement over the Mark I, a definite improvement. It had more muscle, I guess, behind it, more torque. I like the rubberized trigger. It's just a great machine. Made thousands of dollars with this. Many hours behind this machine as well. I love it. Love my machine. That's old number 5. So this is my first Mark II, but the 5th polisher in my Rupes collection. Oh, there's my commemorative Air Force One Rupes, but we'll talk about that in another video. So I got it last night. I opened the box, and the first thing I was struck by was, that's a little different, but props to Rupes for going old school. Let's have a look. All right. It weighs about 3 or 4 times as much as the other ones, and it says Rupes on it. Actually, this is one of the polishers out of my vintage polisher collection. I have about 15 polishers, some dating back to about 100 years old, most of them being from the 30s to the 60s, kind of in there. And there's a big old monster with a lamb wool pad, and it's just a beast. But we'll talk about those another time. Here she is. And isn't she beautiful? The Mark III. She has this racing stripe, just like my Millet has. Let's see that? And she is gorgeous. Now, I haven't done any paint corrections with it yet. I just got it last night. I did plug it in and polish a little bit with it and go through the speeds. And it feels good. It feels crisp. It feels strong. It feels like there's a lot of torque. I absolutely love the rubberized grip here. Love it, love it, love it. I have dry hands. Sometimes I wear gloves, material gloves. And these other, you have to grab harder to hold on to them. They get slippery with dry hands or with gloves on. 2 fingers, you know, feels great. The dial here, the dial is thicker. Is it thicker? Yes, it is. You can see the dial on the Mark II and the dial on this one. And other brands of polishers that I have this skinny little wafer thin of a dial. And it's very hard to turn and adjust speed with a dial that small. This feels kind of rubberized and it's thick with the big numbers on it. And when you get into the 50s, you're going to appreciate these big numbers. So easy to move, so easy to adjust. It's just great. Got another rubber piece here on the bottom. You see this had it came off, but there was a rubber here. And there's no rubber there. They put 2 rubber pads on here, so you can set it down. A lot of times I set it while it's going, set it down, and while it's ramping down or it's still spinning, I could already let go, and it's safe. It's safe there. One thing I don't like about it, and it's not a deal breaker, my preference, is this cord. I live in Las Vegas. I live in Los Angeles, and I could probably plug into Las Vegas. Now, I can understand why somebody would like that cord. You can plug in, and it does get about, you can do the whole side of one car if you plug in at the front of the car. But I'd rather have a shorter plug and just use one extension cord for all my machines. That's just my preference. No big deal, right? Other than that, I adore everything about it. Haven't done a paint correction with it yet, but I did turn it on and try to bog it down. And that's very difficult to do. It didn't stop. It didn't stop spinning. So it's great. I just can't wait to use it. It feels stronger. You can feather the trigger here. You can go full blast or just feather it. Let's go through the speed. There's 1. There's 4. And there's 6. I remember with the Mark 1, some of us couldn't tell difference after 4, right? This one right here, you can tell a definite speed increase or decrease by dialing it in. So if you're considering a polisher, and I've tried them all right? I adore Rupes products. I just adore them. And I spend hours and hours and hours. We do a paint correction. I mean, you spend hours and hours. What's the minimum on a paint correction? 6 hours maybe on something light, maybe a one-step. What about a multi-day paint correction? If you're going to be in something that long and holding on to it for that long and you need to produce high-quality results, you got to get yourself a quality machine. And that's why I use these. And if these didn't produce that, I wouldn't use them. So I love my Rupes. Don't get jealous, girls. There's more for everybody. And I recommend you get one. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask below on the video. This is going on Facebook and YouTube. And much love to you. We'll talk to you later.